As you can see, the purge meter is getting pretty close to that first tick. But I'm not going to be streaming for the next couple days, at least until Wednesday, because I guess I finally decided to try to clean my room, but I did so without choosing to move my monitors to make sure they didn't break. So I have two screens. One's 24 inches, one's 30, I think, and they're like both curved screens. So I was like, oh, I can just move the desk without worrying about the 30-inch toppling over because the base is only like 15. It's very unstable inherently, like to movement of the structure underneath it anyway. So so it of course ended very badly, but so I have right about here from this point in my screen, and I can't even see my mouse right now, all the way up to here, and then from this point all the way down into this area, there's this sort of sluggish looking black drip where the screen lengthwise caught the arm of my mic stand, my boom arm, which crushed my screen right here. And I looked at it at first before I turned it on, and I was like, "Oh, maybe it didn't break entirely." But no, this is just like a drippy black mark with like a white highlight around it on the bottom, and then there's like a red line in here somewhere where it's trying to show me what it should, but and then there's like a line here where it's splitting. It's so bad. So if I were to actually have a purge right now, I can't see anything in this area at all. But I can see this side over here, and I can see this side over here. So everything else is pretty much functional. So I can play the game, but I can't deal with a purge with that limited visibility. So that's why I'm probably not going to be streaming for the next couple days. On a bit of a whim, I was like, well, let me check to see if there's a manufacturer's warranty for this, because I know I bought it back in May of last year, so I know the return window for this item has closed, right? But I figured, I'll uh I'll check with Amazon customer service, see if there's a way I can get like a credit for the parts or something, because I know I'm not going to be able to replace this screen now that it's broken like this. It's best to just get another one from the research that I've done. Um, Especially with it being such an advanced technology, they're not really vending uh, parts for this, and I don't trust myself to be able to get in there and do the work needed anyway. So I was like, sadly I cracked it today. Is there any warranty? And I just have to give like a shout out to the Amazon people because they gave me a return label for this, which was awesome. So I've been able to, thanks to my finances being what they are, I was able to go ahead and order a replacement screen, which will be here Wednesday, and then I can pack the now up and use the return label to return it. And I did make sure to say, I cracked it. It was my fault. I should have had the monitor and put it on the bed and make sure it was careful. But like the feeling of it falling off the desk and landing on the boom arm and then on top of my head was just like, oh, it could have been so much worse. Like I couldn't even. It would be even worse if it landed on my head because it would have been smack dab in the middle of the screen and I couldn't see anything. So I would have definitely had to just like turn it off completely and that entire setup. This isn't that distracting, and it could work. So it's actually really great that they that they allowed me to replace this. Um, I don't know what to say. Usually when I ask for something with them, they're like, well, you're not asking for too many returns, sure. And I'm like blown away by it, Might not mean that much to someone who's like working a full-time job and has income, but like right now, your screen to be out of pocket for that amount is a lot. and it means a significant amount to not have to worry about that. Because when that crate packing container comes for the can pack the old one away, I'll have like time to do that. And I don't know, I just kind of wanted to stream to update about it because I can't see as much as I usually could. That's why I'm probably not going to be online during purge hours because I'm just not ready. Um, so yeah, I've done a few things off stream. Let's just kind of go over those a little bit, I guess. I added the water magic altar, the Sanctum of Coralina. That's not really that impressive. Water magic isn't really a thing that I would do a lot. I added another faction pet here, K. I tried to name that that pet at like level 5, and it's level 13 now. So we went K and the 3 Scourge Hounds here. Went into the jungle areas. That's another thing. The map, I can't see this line either. We visited this area over here, south of the Nikados Footholds camp, and then we came over here into the Descent of Dagon to get the grunts, to get the hearts, the Vangul that we need for the subquest for Stormholds. So all that stuff is over here in the vault. I haven't really gone through any of this, but yeah, so that I got my 10 hearts already for the sub-faction quest thing. And actually in the process wound up getting, I think we went here, and then we ran over here into this area, and then we ran up this way, but this camp is completely passive. Even if something attacks them, they don't aggro against the people here, which is great to see. So then we dipped down here a little bit, but not too far, and then we went back up here, and then I went home after that. Only to go up here and then that over there. So yeah, so that's the hearts thing settled. I don't know if there's a sub-faction video yet from Ragnarok about both the Stormhold sub-factions, but I'm not itching to get that done. I just kind of wanted to see if we could get the materials needed for it, if we could get the hearts that I needed to get, how hard that would be. So I was sitting there with the home command typed in already in chat, like, alright, if we get into some problems, we're gonna go, you know? So I've changed up the configuration of my thralls here too. These are the only people, I think, that are immediately at the gate. I've got my mages here, but then there's these guys all in a group. Now I don't know if that's going to be a detriment to me if a Scourge being makes it up here and dies, because they're going to stand there guarding. I don't know if I'm going to do like another pressure chamber, because I feel like if I add another wall to this, then it's going to be a problem. You know, if I add a third wall, I have to add a third door in order to maintain, like, I don't know, in order to make sure I can get into it, you know. It would have to be a third wall, which would mean another row of palisades, but I don't know if I can just put the palisades out there and not worry about it, or what. Nothing's ever really spawned in here. Things spawn down at the gate, which to me would say just be ready for that to be the point of entry for anything that's Scourge getting into this space, which would say, you know, hey, maybe build up your defenses at the gate instead of worrying about that inner doorway stopping everything. You know, because things have to get all the way from here to up there. And even then, nothing when it came in the first time when I built with tier 1. Uh, I built with tier 1 and then I got an AOC perch, but then like, I can tell you, like I remember where they came in at, you know? I remember and I have like those areas marked because they're like more fortified, like right here and here. Something just so happened to spawn on that ledge and then tried to like break its way through. And then it broke like one ceiling tile here. And that was when it was tier 1. So, if anything actually manages to chew through tier 4, like foundations and defenses that I've got set up here, you know, because I added a second gate. Added another row of foundations here, like from here on down. You can't really see it because of the gate, but yeah. So you got like different things preventing them. Different things preventing and impeding purge from coming. Because I know at one point I had one of the foundations break right here, and then a couple over here, but nothing really got into my base. They just kind of broke, I think they broke the wall before they broke the foundation. And it just so happens that the traps on the ground distracted them long enough to avoid any serious damage. So I've got, you know, different mines and stuff going off over here. I've got the, this is now 2 layers thick as well, the plague foundations here. So if there's a purge, I'll just pull this up, I think. And then it'll be at its weakest point 1 layer thick right here. But then we'll have palisades and everything around it, so. Yeah, I don't know. For now, it's just like, it's a little thicker in some places, but not in others. And I think if anything tries to come over here and attack it, they're gonna try from over here. Because I think that's what happened. And then they saw the wall there and started trying to attack it. And then they marched up this way, which would have them facing the Nordheimer's fighters that I have on the ground here. And also hopefully the archers as well up there on the overlook that I've made. So you can see I added the palisades, but they're a little bit farther out now. That's because this area has been added on, which is just like a buffer zone. And I'm not really worried about these guys dying because they're just tier 3 fighters that just have regular clothes on, regular coarse garb. And then they'll have to get through this gate, and they'll have to get through a second gate right here, because I can close this when there's a purge. And I can also climb it as well to gain access to this new walkway I installed. So essentially you can use the walkway around to view that side of things, and then you can hop onto the animal taming stall / map room, cross it, jump from the edge of that to the platform here, to the walkway here on the gate, and then walk all the way around this side to until you get into the fishing stand that I just built. So you have this large well fishing stand, stairway ramp thing here, and that just gives me a chance to like take advantage of this large water source, put in some RP stuff. It's like, oh wow, you know, you need to have this in a large full of body of water instead of trying to perfectly align it with a well or something. That would be kind of tacky looking. I instead did this, which is equally tacky. So you got your fishing stand and stuff like that. All these have like, these all have thralls now. Like there's no way around it. You know, you have to have thralls working the stations, which is why I'm glad I made that gate in the first place. You know, it's all coming together, you know. I was gonna craft a drake, but those things are huge, and I would not be able to navigate my base if I had a large dragon with a slow attack speed sitting in my yard. You know, the whelps are bad enough, you know. They're huge. So that's where I am currently. I've done a little bit of renovation. I made some pets for Zulmania. They had issues getting their thralls to follow them. You know, the follow and move features of the AI have been a bit buggy. I don't think there's anything in FunCon where your thralls would be gassed to death. Like, unless you're in the volcano, in the noxious gas areas, you wouldn't really need to worry about your thralls dying. I mean, they don't even get affected by the Black Garden, because I brought some thralls there too, and absolutely nothing happened. So I've been stockpiling the ingredients for the tier 5 crates. But, I already have so many of those crafted, as you can see in my market trading thing, and I'm so glad I made the coin press before the change, because it literally just overnight turned into this big thing. So I had to move it out of the larger crafting structure that I've got here, and then put it over there because there was no space for it. It was in the wall. But when I added the water and earth shrines, I was like, I'm not gonna put those up on the top floor with everything else because they're so big. There's no reason to do that. I did add a third floor, by the way. I don't know if I've covered that in stream. I'll have to see. I enclosed the elevator completely now. It's just doorways now. So there's this. This is closed off now. I don't know if I've mentioned that. Get your elevator to the 3rd floor. But in addition to this area that I've got for all the magics and for the shattered crystal and the construction altar, that's another thing I did. I took the larger construction bench out and put the reptile corral, and then I put the dragon whelps on top of it. So now when I look out, I can see everyone, and all my thralls that have a reduced amount of damage to their attacks are all together. So they'll be lethal to anything that's over here, but they'll probably die, which is kind of sad. But I mean, that's why you have them in the first place. And if anything actually makes it in here, makes it past the grunts and so forth, that plague bomb isn't going to be that big. So they'll hopefully get right here, get attacked by the grunts, die, gas these 4, and leave everybody else alone, including the mages that are out there as well. But yeah, I moved 3 of the magic altars up here in the attunement orb for fire because now I'm tier 5 on that. Um, I put down a Beastmaster Tamos, but I was thoroughly unimpressed with his height. But that's fine. You know, not everybody needs to be as tall as I am. I'm very tall. Um, so I turned this area where I've been keeping my micro pets, um, mysterious pets from the bell that you ring. Um, I turned this into the Beastmaster Tamos's bar and grill. So you have like animals everywhere for the theme of it. Um, and then I had to move the Shrine of Keldor indoors because I didn't have space for it outside with the water and earth altars being there now. So I kind of just tucked this in to the wall right here. So above and to the left you can see the skull kind of hanging into the wall, but it's gonna clip a little bit, I think. And it's not symmetrical, but that's fine. Nothing I don't think would be perfect in this world anyway. And I can pick it up and move it if I don't like where it is right now, but I like it. I think it fits, you know. It's gonna be a little bit off kilter because of this torch sitting there. It's tough to get it completely perfect. So I got the Forge of Keldora, the Eldritch Forge, and the Crescent Shrine here for my Frost and Volcano forging stuff. So that's how I was able to get my faction pets crafted so fast, because I have one of these here in my house. I don't have to worry about it. So I did take the farming guild first. So a lot of my stuff is farming. Most of the things that I've been doing have been trying to get the stuff for farming done. But I think I'm going to try to get some other things started. Maybe some mining or forestry would be nice because I've had my lumber mill for so long now that I can probably just live off the wood that's in that bundle. So I did make kind of a wall of coolers here for for various meats and stuff because it's so resource intensive. So I think everyone in online forums agrees that farming is the worst and forestry is the easiest. So I think I'm just gonna start hacking away at every tree I see, or at least look into seeing what the forestry needs. But that'll be about all I'm doing. Cosmetic stuff, housekeeping, trying to keep everything in order, and trying to sign off before the purge meter gets to full, so I don't have to deal with this glob over here in the corner and trying to look around it and look past the distortion of this split that's right here. Just kind of wanted to cover that because I know my replacement screen has been ordered. It's on the way, and when I get it and get it unboxed and set up correctly, I can start disassembling the damaged ones or use the return label and send it back. But if it doesn't arrive on time, I do still have a box I could use to put this one in and send it off. It wouldn't be as like impact resistant, but at this point the screen's already damaged, so it can't get much worse. I don't know if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. I've been doing a few things with the magic and stuff, but I haven't really gone. I don't know. I haven't really been invested that much in it. I have played around with the summoning a little bit in the Defari camp, but it was really weird because the summoning were only lasting for like maybe a minute, like 2,000 health, which I don't know. I can't rely on them as allies because they're neutral summons. So I did the summon a demonic thing, which just like is a black imp essentially, and I might do some more of that later. Some more summoning, just to see. I don't know. I think it's a useful training tool, I guess, to see where everybody goes. Because with people stacked up like they are over there, it's kind of difficult to get any reliable results. But I do want to see if I could like spawn one here, how everybody in this area would react. Would they be able to kill it in time? And that would be just a way of me testing my defenses in a reasonable manner. Which I might do that later. I might do that later. I don't know if I will or not. It seems risky, like an unnecessary risk, because they're not going to get past 2 tier 4 gates to get into my base. But I've read some things online about how easily the purge for Sangui can just chew through your defenses really easily. So I've kind of been scared of that. That's why I've been adding on slowly. But I hope what I have right now is enough. Usually, the last purge I had post-patch was the Lemurians, which spawned over here on this side of the house again on the ground, trying to attack. If I can get to it. So in addition to this stuff, to the 2 tier 4 gates and stuff like that I have over here, I've got these spiders, and around this bend, there's a couple things. I broke down all the build with the atrocious winding stairway that used to be over here. It was so bad. It was very bad. So I broke all that down and put it in an elevator. I added some stables just to try to gentrify the area and put stuff down here that maybe they'll spawn at and attack. It's just a regular elevator. It's not the quick one. And it probably should be, in all honesty. Okay, it's coming. I have to make that one a quick elevator. That's going to be the first one that needs to be quick. Or already down here. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Sometimes I'll have it... Because I know I had to come... Kind of like it being slow, but... On the other, I understand, like, wanting to get on the elevator quickly. So I might make these all quick elevators eventually. But I just kind of wanted to show off that I've got like a little guest house. This is the guest home now, I guess. I'd have to find there it is. The call for it. It's not traveling that far, it's just I'm impatient because all my elevators, well, yeah, all my elevators on both my bases are quick ones. Like the one in Yule is a quick elevator on both sides, and there's a quick elevator in my base, so just kind of got like little bookshelves, little tents and stuff. If the ground's gonna cooperate, you know, you can kind of look around and see that I got like little stuff in different places. Little vineyard. I don't know why that says apple pie. I don't know what it's doing. I'm pretty certain I didn't align these elevators correctly at all. Like, some of this is so crooked. Like, when you get into it, it goes the wrong way. But I think it's aligned with the top floor instead of the ground floor, which makes things a little bit hectic to try to get a chance to interact with it, you know? I think it should tell you, like, which door to face to be prepared to go anywhere, but now all my elevators platforms are definitely going to be up. I'm gonna have to go back down when I get done with this, but I just kind of wanted to show what I'm doing here with this, you know, just kind of a little sitting area. And this will be the last little space. Kind of got inspired by some videos that were talking about um, how to build on an elevated surface, like with layers, which I thought was really cool. So you got like a little pet here. You got some chests you can use. Those are open, I think. Yeah, so those are all unlocked. Yep. You can store stuff in those. There's a bed here. There's shelves. I plan on, if there's any sort of jars that I can put down, I'll put those on those shelves. If I can get like a little staircase built for myself there, I can sort of stroll up and then place them on that shelf. Be like, oh, these are, you know, knickknacks or tchotchkes or whatever they call. You know, maybe some books or something that would be cool at this stage. But this is the highest, this is the highest point here. I'm probably gonna have to move a refrigerator in or something, maybe like a refrigerator and a campfire or something like that in this little corner. Maybe make this like a kitchen area. Build that little kitchen shelf with the bottles and stuff like that, and put a stove with a refrigerator. Would be cool. And then maybe I could put the pet over here. Put like a little table and some like flatware or whatever. But that's as far as I've gotten, and this is all tier 1. So if it gets broken, I'm not crying about it, you know. That's the point that I've reached here for this. This is all decorative. This is all just decoy. Much like my entire Yule base. Like, I keep wishing that the Purge will hit that, because it really is not designed for anything other than a distraction. For some reason, when I try to take the elevators, it doesn't work like it should. And I don't know if that's just me and it just doesn't render what, but it's always at the top floor when I need it to be at the bottom. And at the bottom when I need it to be at the top, but I don't know. I kind of just wanted to cover the reason that I won't be streaming a Purge anytime soon if everything goes according to plan, because I really don't want to be caught with this bad monitor trying to navigate without being able to see properly. So another shout out to Amazon for letting me replace this screen that I broke. You know, they're real awesome. It's like now I can afford to put out the cash to buy the replacement, and then use the replacement's box to send back the damaged one, and then be like breaking even, which is so good because I can actually replace the one on the left now, which is a little bit less quality. It's maybe like 60 hertz, and it's only 24 inches. It would be nice to be able to get 30 on both sides, but I don't really need that right now. See, it becomes an optional expense at that point. In these times, you know, I don't know if I want to spend that money, but I do think it would be cool. I think it's cool to have that that choice. So it's not like an austere decision that I have to make right now, or decide to just go with one screen. for now. I'm telling my employers that I have the setup to work from home, and I can't say that if I don't have it. So I'm probably gonna wind up buying another replacement another monitor to add into the setup. But for now, we're just gonna work on trying to resolve this situation here with this monitor. So that's gonna do it for the quick status update. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch if you haven't already, and I'm also on YouTube. I guess like it, favorite it, subscribe, all the things. Um, I'm not really monetized or anything, but maybe I'll eventually get there, right? You know, Twitch millions in the distant future, right? So just, I don't know. I guess I'm on Discord, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube. So I'm thinking about doing this thing where I do like tutorial videos, but I want to do them in like universal tutorials so that anybody can understand what I'm doing. I may like speak in 3 different languages or something. Maybe do like English, Spanish, and French with the help of Google Translate. But I want to like show people how to do things, because I know a lot of the guides do a lot of talking, and if you're not fluent in English, it can be difficult to try to get that, try to understand the English only mod that is AOC, you know, because this is so complicated and convoluted, and this needs that, and that needs this, and this needs that over there, you know, so it's just a lot to deal with. So I might try to do like how to get a faction pet or something simple, you know. But yeah, that's in the works. So if you want me to go over anything in a video, or if there's anything that's not already covered by the other guides and stuff that I might be able to do, just let me know in the comment section or in chat or whatever. And I'll see you in the next one.